Builds can be expensive. A lot of money goes into car parts, a lot of time goes into these things. So what's a good way to get some extra money to fund our builds? Today, we're gonna walk you through how to flip a car.
What did you buy?
Welcome to GarbCarGarage.
I don't know what Dave's punishing me with, but let's see what kind of car he bought. Oh, that's a gem.
What a gem. This is a 2012 to 14 Chrysler 200. Got 650 bucks in it.
I will say that is hard to beat. But let's take a look closer at this quality automobile. I see, as the Fiat had, but not nearly as bad. The drive-by feel of the previous consumer.
You can see they did a pretty good job of covering up the dent. You could barely tell the paint matches flawlessly. So realistically, I don't think there's going to be much work needing to be done here.
Just a little buff.
I think this is just a little buff out. She'll buff completely out now.
Yeah. See, I find a lot of similarities in the things you critique me about in my car that I can now critique you about in this car, and the steel wheels and how they add great value.
Yeah, these hubcaps are probably some of the worst things I have ever seen.
Yeah, they're on pretty good.
Yeah. Actually, the quality of them is actually half decent. I'm impressed. I'm going to call that a win. Honestly, if we just looked at the car from this angle, this is a half-decent looking vehicle.
One of my favorite things is these amazing stickers. The Davidson Grateful is not dead, or I'm not dead.
I think that's a play on the Grateful Dead band.
Grateful Dead. So something that you don't normally have to do on a car is fill up gas. Why is the, so it doesn't matter that the gas door is not good?
It's attached. I mean, it closes better than it did on the Beamer when I got it. So
yeah, I mean, fair. You have a tendency with these vehicles.
We're gonna cut like this has got the qualities of the worst of both of our vehicles. The dents in the front, terrible gas door. What about the interior? How are we looking in there?
It's pretty filthy.
That's to be expected.
I don't even want to know what the previous owner did with that. See an engine light on.
What's on the clock?
What is it? 197,370.
Under the 200,000 kilometer mark.
I will say, it does have an oil change sticker on it that's not overdue yet, so that's a good feature.
Calling that a win.
So, how's the throttle body on these? Because I know they have a tendency to be not very good.
Well, the previous owner did tell me that this car had a tendency to die while driving. In the middle of the street, in a driveway, at a stop. So, yeah, we're going to be putting a throttle body on this for sure. But one of the reasons we got this car for so cheap is the issues that it's got with it. So I'm counting every issue we've seen so far is hopefully easily rectifiable.
I'll give you this, Dave. The AC is mint.
It has AC.
It is mint.
You can't see this through the camera, but it is about 35 degrees Celsius out here. It is hot. And the AC in that car is absolutely glorious.
Ah. You got a quarter tank of gas? That's 150 bucks right there.
Yep. Thanks, Joe Biden.
Okay, let's get this thing in the air and find out any other mechanical issues with it. So now that we got the mighty Chrysler 200 in the air, we're going to take a look to see what it needs.
It looks pretty good underneath it all in all, but this thing, remember, is going to have to actually pass an Ontario Safety Standard Certificate. Ontario being the province that we live in, for us to be able to sell it. So we're going to have to make sure this thing is in really good shape. So we're going to have a look at it and see kind of what it will need.
So far, Dave, it's looking very good.
Not bad. I mean, we got a little bit of surface rust on things, but that's to be expected of a vehicle of this age. Things are good. Rear brakes are pretty good. Motor's got a bit of surface rust on them. We'll we'll be servicing those brakes up as part of selling it anyways. Rear tires, well, not new, are in pretty decent shape.
I found our first culprit.
What do we got?
We got the rear motor mount. It's torn.
Oh, that'll have to get fixed. So
that's no good.
Add that to the list.
Say we got a couple of oil leaks. Transmission being the major one.
Not terrible. That should just be, what do you think? Just a gasket on that?
Should be. We'll just make sure the pan's okay when we take it off.
Gasket and some fluid. We'll also check for any sediment or filings in there to make sure that the inside of the transmission is in good shape. How's our front end and front brakes look?
Well, so far, it needs a ball joint. Left front.
That's not good. Here, let me give her a shake and you can have a look at her there.
Yeah.
Whoa!
I'd say.
Yep. That is something that's definitely going to have to get fixed up. This is borderline dangerous. So, yep. Ball joint for sure.
You just want to verify the other side for me?
Yep, let's check the other side, make sure it's good. I don't feel much there.
Oh,
You see
looks
anything?
tight.
Let's do tie rod.
What you feel?
I don't feel much of anything. Let's do tie rod.
Very good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Say the inside of the rotors are okay. I think we should be doing a 4-wheel brake service.
Yeah, we'll service these up as well.
Make sure there's no pulsation.
How do our tires look?
Ooh, tires are, I would call minimum spec on that inside edge.
Yeah, I'm looking about the same on this one.
So we'll have to get 2 tires.
Technically, I think these will pass safety, but I'd rather not let it go into such a gray area. If we're going to sell a car to someone, we're going to want it to be in good shape. So
I agree.
we'll hit up Facebook Marketplace, Kijiji. We'll see if we can find ourselves a couple budget tires for this car.
Yep.
But I mean, all in all, for $650, this
I think you did very good.
is not bad. What's that front?
I was going to say this front mont's kind of torn on the inside. Looks like we'll probably have to do both.
Okay, so, I mean, a couple motor mounts, a ball joint, brake service, 2 tires. Like it's not bad. I mean, we'll see what we can find. I mean, the tires are going to be probably the costliest thing. A transmission pan gasket too.
Yep.
I mean, that's all in all. This is.
Well, we'll see if there's any money left on it. See if we can make something.
Yeah. So we'll run some numbers. We'll kind of see what this stuff's going to cost, and hopefully there'll be some profit left at the end of this thing. I think we'll be able to do pretty well on it. I think we'll be able to turn a profit. We'll run our parts numbers, and yeah, I'm pretty excited to get this one going. So
yeah,
I'll get on the phone. Let's get some parts ordered, and we'll get this thing started in a couple days. All right, we've got our cart full of parts. We're going to hit the order button. We're going to get everything we need coming. Stay tuned for the next episode when we get these parts on the cars. Nasty Nate, if there is a B-roll, go ahead and hit it. If not, that's okay too.